This point of his career, can Lomachenko beat a Gervonta?
I think 5 or 6 years ago, I would pick Lomachenko right away. Right now, it might be too hard.
This point of his career, can Lomachenko beat a Gervonta?
I think 5 or 6 years ago, I would pick Lomachenko right away. Right now, it might be too hard. I think, at his age and size also, because he's not that big of a lightweight, I think I'd have to favor Tank. His power, is just unbelievable.
Boxing pros have revealed their pick for the Gervonta Davis versus Vasyl Lomachenko fight. Following his 8th-round knockout victory against Frank Martin, Tank is currently ranked #1 in Ring Magazine's lightweight division, after a masterful knockout victory over George Kambosos Jr. in May of last year. Vasyl Lomachenko is ranked #2. In a recent interview with Bob Arum expressed his interest in arranging a fight between Vasyl Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis. He said, "We're up for that fight, Lomachenko's opponent's psyche." In addition, the Baltimore boxer is resilient and able to hold his own in the ring. Thus, Stephen A. Smith continued, "My attitude is nobody has a shot against Gervonta if you can't punch with power. So does Smith mean Lomachenko can't throw power? Not really." He said, "That is not to say that Lomachenko can't punch with power, because we saw what he did to Kambosos. Beat the out of him. But I'm saying to you, against Gervonta Davis, I don't know." According to the fifth, Stephen A. Smith argues that Lomachenko is undersized and lacks sufficient power. So, who might possess the right attributes to face Gervonta Davis? According to Smith, that boxer is Shakur Stevenson. Standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall and with 10 knockouts in 21 fights, Stevenson is seen by Smith as the ideal candidate. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction, who makes a compelling case that a bout between Gervonta Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko would generate greater excitement than Davis taking on Shakur Stevenson. He critiques Stevenson's lackluster performance against Edwin de los Santos in November, suggesting fans might not be enthusiastic about watching him fight. Arum argues that a Davis-Lomachenko showdown would attract more interest than a Davis-Stevenson match. He
he won very easily, but it was certainly not entertaining. But Shakur will get his opportunity. He's a terrific fighter. I don't know who can beat him, but again, all of these guys are really good, and so there'll be interesting fights down the line. But I think clearly right now, if Tank is available, Lomachenko having a good victory over Kambosos, that's the fight that everyone wants to see. Well, the truth is we've been talking to the PBC people all along. So we'll absolutely resume conversations next week after this fight, assuming Tank is successful on Saturday. But again, it won't be like the start of negotiations. We've been talking, or Carl Moretti has been talking with Louis DeCubas for a couple of weeks now about that fight.
Arum added that he hoped to complete it by the end of November. Given the aggressiveness of both sides, he acknowledged that neither side was being pushed to bargain and underlined that it was a significant fight with significant earnings potential. Despite the typical uncertainty involved, he expressed optimism in the negotiations, pointing out the professionalism of PBC and his own team and thinking they would come. Promoter Bob Arum recently revealed negotiations for Lomachenko to face Tank next. Former world champion Paulie Malignaggi suggests Davis should fight Stevenson, who is currently at his physical prime, arguing that Davis versus Loma is happening too late. He told ProBox TV, "Now I want to see Davis and Stevenson. That's my issue. That's my problem with boxing. They make fights when it's convenient for them, when there's an advantage." Davis looked terrific against Frank Martin. "I was very impressed with the performance." However, Malignaggi noted that Shakur Stevenson presents a unique challenge unlike any other fighter. He highlighted Stevenson's tall, rangy southpaw stance, higher IQ, and versatile fighting style, emphasizing that facing Stevenson in the ring is 10 times more difficult. Molina G expressed his anticipation for a potential bout between Stevenson and Davis, clarifying that his remarks were driven by his desire to witness such a matchup. He added, "But Shakur Stevenson is a different proposition than anybody else. It's 10 times when Shakur is in there, because Shakur is the tall, rangy southpaw with a lot more IQ and a lot more versatility with his style. I'd love to see the fight with Davis. I'm saying this because I want to see the fight." Davis silenced many critics in April 2023 with a clear